You are standing at the precipice, staring into an abyss that you cannot name. The weight of your existence presses down on you like a storm cloud, heavy and dark, bearing the promise of unspoken truths. This is not a moment for introspection. It is a summons, a call to face something you have been avoiding, perhaps even denying yourself permission to acknowledge. It is the moment when the mask cracks, revealing the internal landscape beneath, a terrain worn down by the relentless march of daily obligations and societal expectations. The exhaustion you feel today is not a malfunction or a sign of weakness. It is your soul's refusal to continue living in falsehood. This weariness whispers secrets that have been locked away, hidden behind layers of pretense and performance. It tells stories of nights spent tossing and turning, unable to sleep because the mind refuses to rest until you confront what it truly wants to tell you. The fatigue you feel is not just physical, it's an echo chamber of unfulfilled dreams and stifled passions. Every cell in your body resonates with a sense of dissonance, a profound discord between who you are supposed to be according to the world and who you long to become on your own terms. The discomfort is palpable, like standing still while everything else around you moves forward at breakneck speed. You are caught in a web of contradictions, torn between the person society expects you to be and the self that yearns for freedom. The internal crack that brought you here today is not an accident. It is an invitation to step into your truth. This moment, this specific day, has been orchestrated by forces beyond conscious control. You are being led to a place where denial and avoidance no longer serve as viable escape routes. The journey ahead will be challenging, requiring immense courage and resilience. Yet the pain that accompanies this summons is not meant to punish. It serves a higher purpose. The world outside may judge your current state of exhaustion with pity or contempt, but here in this space you are being invited to see it differently. Your fatigue is not a failure. It's an act of defiance against the lie that has been woven into your identity over time. It is a declaration that the life you have been living is not one that nourishes your soul, but one that slowly starves it. To recognize this moment is to begin dismantling the constructs that hold you back. Every breath taken in acknowledgement of this summons brings you closer to liberation. By validating the unbearable moment and listening deeply to what lies beneath, you create a psychological space for transformation. The path forward may be fraught with uncertainty, but it is also filled with potential, a possibility that your life can transcend its current limitations. This video finds you not by chance, but by design. It resonates because it speaks directly to the essence of who you are right now, in this moment of profound dissonance and awakening. The journey ahead will demand radical honesty with yourself and an unyielding commitment to uncovering your true self. But it is a necessary step towards reclaiming the life that truly belongs to you, a life lived on your terms, not society's. As you continue through this video, remember, your current state of exhaustion is not a malfunction, but an invitation to change. It is the beginning of a journey into deeper understanding and self-compassion, where every discomfort becomes a stepping stone towards reclaiming your soul's true path. The concept of existential fatigue is not new. It has been explored by philosophers and psychologists throughout history, each contributing unique perspectives on how individuals can navigate through life's complexities while maintaining their authenticity. For instance, Jean-Paul Sartre's existential philosophy emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and the constant struggle against societal expectations to achieve true freedom. According to Sartre, one must continually question and challenge the roles imposed upon them by society in order to live a genuinely authentic existence. In contrast, Carl Rogers, an influential psychologist, posits that genuine self-exploration and acceptance are critical for psychological well-being. His client-centered therapy approach encourages individuals to explore their feelings and experiences openly without judgment or external validation. This method can be particularly beneficial when confronting the dissonance between one's internal desires and societal expectations. The journey of reclaiming your soul's true path often involves understanding the historical and cultural context that shapes your identity. For many, this may mean delving into their family history to uncover patterns or narratives passed down through generations. By examining these influences, you can gain insights into how certain behaviors, beliefs, and expectations have been ingrained in you from a young age. One lesser-known aspect of existential fatigue is its impact on mental health, beyond just emotional distress. Research indicates that prolonged exposure to societal pressures without adequate coping mechanisms or support systems can lead to physical symptoms such as chronic pain, headaches, and gastrointestinal issues. Addressing these symptoms often requires both medical intervention and psychological support aimed at alleviating the underlying stressors. Furthermore, many people find it difficult to identify a clear path forward due to fear of failure or social stigma associated with deviating from traditional norms. These fears can be deeply rooted in societal structures that prioritize conformity over individuality. However, embracing uncertainty as part of personal growth can foster resilience and creativity in navigating life's challenges. As you embark on this transformative journey, it is crucial to build a support network that encourages self-discovery and validates your unique experiences. This might include finding like-minded communities online or joining local groups focused on personal development. Engaging with others who share similar struggles can provide both emotional support and practical advice for overcoming obstacles. In addition to seeking external validation, developing internal resilience is vital for sustained progress. Techniques such as mindfulness meditation, journaling, and self-compassion exercises can help you cultivate a deeper connection with your inner world. These practices enable you to observe thoughts and feelings without immediate judgment or reaction, allowing space for genuine reflection. Another key aspect of this journey involves setting realistic goals that align with your authentic values rather than societal expectations. This might mean reevaluating career choices, prioritizing relationships based on mutual growth, or engaging in hobbies that bring joy and fulfillment. By taking small steps towards these goals each day, you gradually build momentum for lasting change. Moreover, understanding the importance of self-compassion is paramount when navigating through difficult periods of transformation. Practicing kindness towards yourself during moments of doubt or failure fosters a nurturing environment essential for growth. This includes acknowledging achievements, no matter how small they may seem, and treating setbacks as opportunities for learning rather than personal shortcomings. Lastly, it's important to recognize that reclaiming your soul's true path is not just about escaping current circumstances, but actively shaping the future you desire. This involves imagining alternative realities where your authentic self thrives without constraints imposed by external forces. By visualizing and working towards these possibilities, you empower yourself to create a life filled with purpose and meaning. In essence, recognizing and embracing existential fatigue as an invitation for change opens doors to profound personal growth and fulfillment. It challenges us to question the status quo and envision a future where our lives are lived according to our deepest desires rather than societal expectations. Throughout history, many individuals and cultures have grappled with existential fatigue as they faced periods of significant transformation and societal upheaval. The ancient Greeks, for instance, struggled with the concept of arte, or excellence in one's true nature, amidst a rapidly changing political landscape that often prioritized conformity over individuality. Similarly, during the Renaissance period, artists and thinkers began to question the rigid frameworks imposed by medieval society, leading to the emergence of humanism, a philosophy centered on the value and agency of the individual person. This movement was a direct response to existential fatigue brought about by centuries of societal constraints that stifled personal growth and expression. In more contemporary times, the rise of consumer culture in the 20th century has contributed significantly to modern-day existential fatigue. The relentless pursuit of material success often overshadows the quest for inner fulfillment, leading many to feel disconnected from their true selves. This phenomenon is particularly pronounced in highly industrialized societies, where traditional markers of achievement, such as wealth and status, are heavily emphasized. To reclaim one's soul's path amidst these pressures, it is crucial to develop strategies that promote resilience and self-awareness. One effective approach is mindfulness meditation, which has gained increasing popularity for its ability to enhance emotional regulation and cognitive flexibility. By regularly practicing mindfulness, individuals can better navigate the challenges of modern life by cultivating a heightened sense of presence and acceptance. Another powerful tool in this journey towards personal transformation is journaling. Keeping a daily or weekly record of thoughts, feelings, and experiences helps individuals track their progress, identify patterns, and gain insights into what truly matters to them. Through reflection and self-exploration, journaling facilitates the process of reconnecting with one's authentic values and aspirations. Moreover, engaging in therapeutic practices such as psychotherapy or counseling can provide invaluable support during times of existential fatigue. Professional guidance helps individuals address throughout history. Different cultures and societies have developed unique strategies to combat feelings of disconnection from one's inner self and existential fatigue. Ancient Greek philosophers like Aristotle and Epicurus emphasized the importance of living in accordance with nature and cultivating virtue as a path toward eudaimonia or flourishing. This concept involves finding balance, engaging in meaningful activities, and achieving personal growth through self-reflection and understanding one's place within the cosmos. Similarly, Eastern philosophies such as Taoism and Buddhism offer profound insights into managing existential concerns. The Tao Te Ching encourages living in harmony with the Tao, which represents an underlying order of the universe. By embracing simplicity, humility, and non-action, individuals can align themselves with this natural flow, reducing stress and fostering a sense of peace. In Buddhism, mindfulness meditation is central to achieving enlightenment by observing one's thoughts and sensations without judgment or attachment. During medieval times, monastic traditions provided sanctuary for those seeking spiritual fulfillment amidst societal turmoil. Monks engaged in rigorous routines, including chanting, fasting, manual labor, and periods of silence. These practices aimed at purifying the soul from worldly distractions and enhancing concentration through sustained focus on divine contemplation. While these methods may seem extreme by today's standards, they highlight the enduring human quest for inner peace and meaning. In more recent centuries, the Romantic movement in Europe celebrated individualism, nature worship, and emotional expression as counterpoints to the Industrial Revolution's harsh realities. Writers like William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge promoted experiencing beauty directly through sensory perception, rather than solely relying on rational thought. This perspective underscores the importance of reconnecting with one's emotions and intuition for personal well-being. Today, many people turn towards various forms of spiritual and psychological practices to manage existential pressures. Mindfulness meditation continues to evolve beyond its Buddhist origins. Techniques now incorporate elements from yoga, qigong, and other contemplative traditions worldwide. Regular practitioners report reduced symptoms of anxiety, depression, and burnout, while enhancing their overall quality of life. Journaling serves as another vital tool for navigating complex emotions and discovering personal truths. Writing down daily experiences not only captures fleeting moments, but also aids in recognizing recurring themes and identifying triggers that contribute to negative thought patterns or behavioral habits. This self-awareness forms the foundation upon which individuals build resilience against future adversities by proactively addressing underlying issues. Moreover, seeking professional guidance through therapy sessions offers structured support tailored specifically to individual needs. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for instance, focuses on identifying and modifying unhelpful thought processes that lead to distressing emotions or maladaptive behaviors. Dialectical behavior therapy combines mindfulness techniques with skills training designed to increase emotional regulation capabilities among clients struggling with borderline personality disorder. While these strategies have shown promise in alleviating symptoms associated with existential fatigue, it is essential to recognize that true transformation requires commitment over time. Personal growth often entails stepping out of comfort zones and confronting uncomfortable truths about oneself or society at large. Engaging in community service projects, volunteering for causes aligned with one's values, or participating in support groups can foster connections beyond the self, while providing opportunities for meaningful contribution. Furthermore, incorporating diverse cultural perspectives enriches personal development journeys by exposing individuals to alternative viewpoints and practices. Exploring indigenous healing modalities such as sweat lodges, ayahuasca ceremonies in Amazonian regions, or shamanic rituals practiced across various continents broadens understanding of how spirituality intersects with mental health on a global scale. Ultimately, reclaiming one's soul's path amidst contemporary challenges necessitates ongoing exploration and experimentation. What works for one person might not resonate equally well with another. Therefore, flexibility remains key in navigating this complex terrain. Embracing curiosity about various approaches allows individuals to curate personalized pathways toward greater fulfillment and peace. The architecture of the mask. Jung's concept of the persona, the mask we wear to navigate social and professional landscapes, is more than just an abstract idea. It's a palpable presence that shapes our lives. It starts as early as childhood, when we learn to temper our true selves to fit within family expectations or societal norms. This mask is crafted from pieces of who others want us to be: ambitious students to please teachers, dutiful children to make parents proud, and perfect partners to fulfill the fantasies of those around us. Over time, this persona becomes increasingly sophisticated. We build a facade that aligns with the expectations of our peers, colleagues, and society at large. It is a complex structure of behaviors and beliefs designed to maintain harmony and avoid conflict. This mask, however, comes at a cost. It often means suppressing one's authentic desires and dreams. Consider the professional world as an example. In many corporate environments, employees are expected to conform to a rigid set of norms, dress codes, work hours, and performance standards that leave little room for personal expression or creativity. These constraints can lead individuals to live dual lives, one at work where they play the part of a successful professional, and another in their private life where they grapple with the dissonance between who they are and who others expect them to be. The persona is not inherently bad. It serves an important function in allowing us to navigate social interactions smoothly. However, when this mask becomes rigid and inflexible, it can become a prison. People start living according to what they think society demands, rather than their genuine inclinations and passions. This disconnection leads to feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction. In the context of mental health, the persona often manifests as anxiety or depression. The pressure to maintain this facade can lead individuals to question their worth, wondering if there's something inherently wrong with them for feeling unfulfilled despite outward success. The realization that you are not broken but simply suffocating under a character you never chose to play is profoundly liberating. Jung described the persona as an inferior function of the psyche, a necessary yet potentially limiting aspect of our identity. When we recognize the mask for what it is, an external construct designed to meet societal expectations rather than reflect our true selves, we begin to separate this persona from who we fundamentally are. This process can be painful, involving a period of deconstruction and reevaluation of one's life choices. The journey of dismantling the persona begins with introspection. By asking questions such as, "Who am I without my mask?" or "What do I truly desire?" individuals start to uncover the layers of their authentic self beneath the facade. This process is akin to peeling back an onion, revealing deeper and more vulnerable aspects of oneself that have been hidden for years. As this introspection deepens, people may experience a sense of relief as they begin to identify with their true selves rather than the persona. It's like taking off a heavy cloak that has been restricting your movement and breath. The realization that you are not broken but simply suffocating under the weight of expectations from others can be transformative. This process is not without its challenges. As one sheds layers of the persona, they may encounter resistance both internally and externally. Internally, there might be fear of the unknown or a lack of clarity about what comes next. Externally, society's judgment and criticism may intensify as you step away from conventional paths. However, the benefits of this transformation far outweigh these challenges. By embracing their authentic selves, individuals can live more fulfilling lives, aligned with their true passions and values rather than societal expectations. This shift in perspective is akin to breaking free from a cage that was designed to keep them confined within an identity they never chose. The liberation comes not just from shedding the persona, but also from recognizing its role as a tool for growth. The mask, though limiting, provided protection and stability during formative years when one's sense of self was still developing. As we mature and gain confidence in our true selves, this protection becomes unnecessary, allowing us to discard it without regret. Ultimately, the journey of dismantling the persona is about reclaiming agency over one's life narrative. It empowers individuals to live authentically, free from the constraints imposed by external expectations. This process is not just a mental exercise, but an existential one, about discovering and living in alignment with one's true essence. In conclusion, recognizing the persona as a separate entity from our authentic selves provides instant relief. The realization that you are not broken but simply suffocating under a character you never chose to play sets the stage for profound self-discovery and liberation. This journey is both challenging and rewarding, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and genuine existence. The concept of persona and its influence on personal identity is not unique to contemporary society. It has roots in ancient philosophical traditions, particularly within Greek philosophy. The term persona itself originates from the Latin word for an actor's mask used in Roman theater, symbolizing a role or character adopted by individuals in public life. This early use of the concept highlights how the idea of adopting different masks to suit various social contexts has been part of human behavior since ancient times. In modern psychology, the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Gustav Jung elaborated on this notion within his theory of archetypes and individuation processes. According to Jung, the persona serves as a protective mechanism that helps us navigate societal norms and expectations by presenting an image or role to others rather than our true selves. It acts like a facade or cover story for who we really are inside. However, while the persona can be beneficial in certain contexts, such as ensuring professional success, it may also stifle personal growth if one remains overly attached to it. This dilemma underscores why breaking free from this constructed identity is essential for psychological and emotional well-being. Throughout history, numerous figures have exemplified this journey of self-discovery and liberation from societal constraints. For instance, consider the life of Frida Kahlo, whose work became a profound expression of her authentic self. After years of grappling with societal expectations placed upon women artists during her time. Her paintings often depicted intense personal experiences, including physical pain and emotional turmoil, challenging conventional notions of femininity and artistic representation. Another example is that of Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher, whose writings profoundly influenced existentialist thought. He advocated for individuals to live authentically by embracing their unique choices and responsibilities rather than conforming to societal norms or religious dogmas. This philosophy challenged people to question whether they were truly living according to their own values or merely following pre-established paths laid out by others. The implications of recognizing the persona as distinct from one's authentic self extend beyond personal growth into broader social and cultural realms. By encouraging individuals to shed societal masks, society at large might benefit through increased creativity, innovation, and diversity of thought. When people are free to express their true selves without fear of judgment or rejection, new ideas emerge that can drive progress in various fields such as art, science, politics, and technology. Moreover, the process of dismantling the persona is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey characterized by moments of reflection, introspection, and sometimes struggle. It requires courage to confront deep-seated beliefs about oneself and societal expectations that have been internalized over years. This continuous work on self-discovery can lead to transformative experiences where individuals gain clarity about their life purpose and align it with actions they take daily. In contemporary society, the rise of social media has brought both opportunities and challenges in this regard. On one hand, platforms like Instagram or TikTok offer unprecedented avenues for people to showcase aspects of themselves previously hidden behind traditional personas, enforced by offline interactions. Users can curate content that reflects their true interests, passions, and identities without being confined by conventional norms. On the other hand, social media also creates new pressures to present an idealized version of oneself online, potentially reinforcing harmful societal standards and perpetuating superficial comparisons among peers. Therefore, it is crucial for individuals navigating these digital spaces to remain mindful of how they project their authentic selves while maintaining healthy boundaries against external validation. Another important aspect worth exploring is the role of cultural background in shaping one's relationship with the persona. Different cultures have varying expectations regarding personal identity and expression, influencing how individuals perceive and interact with their constructed identities. For example, collectivist societies often prioritize group harmony over individual desires, making it more challenging for members to break free from prescribed roles without risking social ostracism. In contrast, individualistic cultures tend to emphasize self-expression and autonomy, potentially providing greater support systems for those seeking to discard restrictive personas. Nonetheless, even within such environments, there are systemic barriers that can hinder this process, necessitating a nuanced understanding of how societal structures impact personal identity formation. Ultimately, the journey towards authentic living involves recognizing the value in past experiences, while moving forward without being constrained by them. It requires acknowledging both the protective and limiting aspects of the persona, embracing its role as a tool for growth, but also learning when it becomes obsolete. By fostering self-awareness through practices such as meditation, journaling, or therapy, individuals can begin to unravel layers of societal conditioning and reconnect with their intrinsic nature. This path may lead them to rediscover passions long forgotten due to external pressures, reignite creativity stifled by conformity, and ultimately live a life more aligned with personal values rather than imposed expectations. In conclusion, the process of dismantling the persona is not merely about discarding an old mask, but embracing a deeper understanding of oneself. It involves confronting societal norms head-on while nurturing a sense of self that remains true to one's core essence. This journey towards authentic living promises greater fulfillment and satisfaction in all aspects of life. The concept of discarding restrictive personas and embracing authentic living is not new, but has been explored across various cultural, philosophical, and psychological traditions throughout history. Ancient Greek philosophers like Socrates emphasized the importance of self-knowledge and questioned societal norms to discover one's true nature. Similarly, Eastern philosophies such as Taoism advocate for living in harmony with the natural flow, rather than adhering rigidly to constructed roles or expectations. In modern psychology, Carl Jung's theory of the persona provides a framework for understanding how individuals adopt social masks to navigate societal expectations and interpersonal relationships. However, Jung also highlighted the importance of individuation, the process by which an individual develops into a whole person through integration of conscious and unconscious aspects of the self. This concept underscores the idea that true identity lies beyond superficial personas. Sociologists have long studied how societal structures shape personal identities, often leading to internal conflicts when these external expectations clash with one's intrinsic desires or values. For instance, in collectivist cultures where harmony within groups is prioritized over individuality, individuals may face significant pressure to conform to group norms and suppress aspects of their personality that do not align with collective values. This can result in a sense of disconnection from oneself, leading to feelings of emptiness or lack of fulfillment. The psychological impact of living behind a mask is profound. Chronic repression of true desires and emotions can lead to various mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and burnout. It also stifles creativity and personal growth, as individuals may feel constrained by societal norms that discourage deviation from prescribed paths. On the other hand, cultures with higher tolerance for individuality provide more opportunities for self-expression and exploration, which can foster a sense of authenticity and contentment. Moreover, technological advancements in recent decades have introduced new challenges to identity formation and maintenance. Social media platforms, while offering unprecedented avenues for expression and connection, often perpetuate unrealistic standards of success, beauty, and happiness that individuals feel pressured to meet. This digital landscape exacerbates the tension between authentic self-expression and societal expectations, making it increasingly difficult for people to discern their true desires amidst a sea of curated images. In exploring the complexities surrounding persona disintegration and reformation, it becomes clear that the journey towards authenticity is multifaceted and deeply personal. It requires not only internal reflection, but also engagement with broader social and cultural contexts. For example, dismantling restrictive personas might involve confronting systemic inequalities or questioning long-held beliefs about gender roles, racial stereotypes, or professional norms. Additionally, there are practical steps individuals can take to foster a sense of authenticity. Engaging in self-reflective practices such as mindfulness meditation helps cultivate awareness of one's thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing for a deeper understanding of personal values and desires. Journaling provides an outlet for expressing internal struggles and exploring alternative paths towards fulfillment. Therapy offers professional guidance through the process of identifying and challenging societal conditioning that impedes authentic living. However, it is important to recognize that dismantling restrictive personas does not imply abandoning all social roles or responsibilities. Rather, it involves critically examining these roles to ensure they align with one's true self while still contributing positively to society. This balance between personal authenticity and social contribution can lead to a more fulfilling life, where individuals feel empowered to live according to their own values rather than imposed expectations. Furthermore, the journey towards authentic living often encounters societal resistance as established norms are challenged. Countercultural movements throughout history have illustrated this tension by advocating for alternative lifestyles or questioning dominant narratives about gender, sexuality, race, and class. These movements highlight the importance of collective action in fostering environments that support individual authenticity while addressing systemic barriers to self-expression. In conclusion, the process of dismantling restrictive personas is a deeply personal, yet profoundly social endeavor. It involves navigating complex intersections between internal desires and external expectations within various cultural contexts. By embracing practices that promote self-awareness and critical thinking about societal norms, individuals can begin to uncover their true selves and live more authentically. This journey promises not only greater fulfillment, but also the potential for positive change in broader social systems. The common life, often mistaken for normality, is a subtle form of torture. It masquerades as security and stability, but at its core, it's an existential death sentence. The comfort of routine and the allure of distractions are not benign features of modern living. They are intricate mechanisms designed to keep you asleep, unaware that the very essence of your being is suffocating under a facade of conformity. Historically, the concept of normality has been closely tied to societal expectations and cultural norms. From the dawn of civilization, humans have organized themselves into societies with established roles, rules, and responsibilities. This framework provided structure, but also imposed constraints on individual expression. In ancient Greece, for instance, one's place in society was largely determined by birth, whether you were born a free citizen or a slave, and this predetermined status dictated your life path. Similarly, the feudal system in medieval Europe rigidly stratified society into classes with fixed roles and duties. Today's version of normality is no less restrictive. It has simply evolved to be more insidious and invisible. The relentless pursuit of productivity, achievement, and social validation through likes and followers on social media platforms like Instagram or LinkedIn traps individuals in a cycle of perpetual striving for approval that never ends in genuine satisfaction. This cycle not only stifles creativity, but also crushes the spirit, leading to a pervasive sense of disillusionment and despair. Modern society has ingeniously repackaged these constraints as virtues: efficiency, reliability, predictability. These qualities are celebrated and rewarded because they align with the collective need for order and stability. But what is good for society can be toxic for the individual soul. The relentless pressure to conform erodes personal identity, leading many to feel like strangers in their own lives. Psychologist Carl Jung emphasized that modern life's emphasis on rationality and productivity has led to a neglect of the unconscious mind and its symbolic language. Our minds yearn for meaning beyond mere functionality and efficiency. Yet the modern world often dismisses these deeper needs as unnecessary or even dangerous distractions from more pressing concerns such as career advancement and financial stability. Consider the daily grind many experience, waking up at the same time every day, commuting to a job that may not fulfill you, engaging in activities that do little more than keep you occupied until it's time for sleep. This cycle repeats itself endlessly, year after year. The routine becomes so ingrained that stepping outside of it feels like an act of rebellion against oneself. But is this truly rebellion? Or is it merely the soul's cry for liberation from a life devoid of genuine connection and meaning? The comfort of routine is a double-edged sword. While routines provide structure and predictability, they also create boundaries that can stifle growth and creativity. For instance, the rise of digital entertainment options like streaming services has turned passive consumption into an addictive habit. The ease with which these distractions are available means they consume hours of daily life without providing substantial fulfillment or personal development. Moreover, the constant bombardment of information through social media and other digital platforms exacerbates feelings of inadequacy and FOMO. These tools designed to connect us also foster a sense of disconnection by highlighting differences in lifestyle and achievements. The curated highlight reels presented on Instagram or LinkedIn create an illusion of perfection that is far from reality, leading many to feel they fall short in comparison. The pathology of the common life lies not just in its constraints, but also in the anesthesia it offers. By numbing the senses through constant stimulation and busyness, it prevents individuals from confronting their true desires and needs. The soul becomes muted under a barrage of sensory input designed to keep it occupied rather than inspired. This is the slow murder of the soul by everyday routines that rob us of moments for self-reflection and personal growth. It's essential to understand that normality, as defined by society, does not equate to health or well-being. Normalcy often means compliance with societal norms at the expense of individual fulfillment and authenticity. Common life may appear safe on the surface, but it is a sophisticated cage built from expectations imposed by parents, partners, and societal pressures. These constraints suffocate creativity, stifle personal growth, and rob individuals of their true potential. In essence, the pathology of the common lies in its ability to perpetuate complacency through the illusion of security and comfort. It's time to wake up from this hypnotic state and question whether your life truly reflects who you are or merely adheres to what is expected of you. By challenging these norms and embracing practices that promote self-awareness, individuals can begin to break free from the pathology of commonality and live more authentically. In conclusion, while societal expectations provide a framework for living, they often come at the cost of individuality and personal growth. It's time to reclaim your life by questioning the status quo and embracing practices that nourish the soul, rather than merely satisfying external demands. Throughout history, societies have grappled with the tension between conformity and individuality. From ancient Greece's emphasis on personal excellence to Renaissance humanism, celebrating individual potential, there has been a recurring theme of questioning societal norms in pursuit of personal fulfillment. However, as industrialization swept through Western nations during the 18th century, the shift towards mass production and standardization began to overshadow these earlier ideals. The advent of assembly lines and factory work transformed individuals into cogs in an ever-turning machine, leading to a homogenized approach to labor and lifestyle that stifled individual expression. In more recent times, the rise of consumer culture has further entrenched this pathology of commonality. Advertising campaigns craft narratives around societal norms and aspirations, creating illusions of happiness tied to material possession rather than internal fulfillment. This has led many individuals to equate success with acquiring status symbols like luxury cars or large homes, even when these acquisitions do not align with their personal values or desires. The impact on mental health is profound. Studies have shown that high levels of consumerism are correlated with increased rates of anxiety and depression, as people struggle against unattainable societal expectations, while feeling inadequate in comparison to idealized portrayals of success and happiness. The relentless pursuit of material gain often overshadows the cultivation of meaningful relationships and personal growth. Moreover, technology has both exacerbated and provided potential solutions to this pathology. On one hand, social media platforms amplify the pressure to present a perfect life, creating an illusionary standard for comparison that can be detrimental to mental health. On the other hand, these same technologies offer unprecedented access to information and resources that can empower individuals seeking personal growth or creative expression. One lesser-known aspect of this pathology is its impact on intergenerational relationships. Parents who adhere strictly to societal norms may inadvertently pass down their own unfulfilled dreams onto their children through expectations. This creates a cycle where the next generation feels compelled to follow preordained paths rather than exploring unique personal trajectories, perpetuating the suffocation of individuality. Breaking free from these constraints requires courage and introspection. It involves questioning deeply ingrained beliefs about what constitutes success or happiness, and actively seeking out environments and practices that resonate with one's true self. For instance, embracing a minimalist lifestyle can help individuals detach from materialistic pressures and focus on experiences over possessions. Engaging in creative pursuits such as art, music, writing, or any form of expression not only nurtures the soul, but also serves as a means to connect more deeply with oneself. Professional therapists often recommend mindfulness practices like meditation and journaling as effective tools for cultivating self-awareness amidst overwhelming societal expectations. These techniques can help individuals stay grounded in their authentic desires rather than getting swept up by external noise. Additionally, seeking out communities or support groups that value personal growth over mere compliance offers a network of understanding and encouragement. Ultimately, recognizing the pathology of commonality is just the first step towards reclaiming one's life. It requires ongoing effort to remain vigilant against societal pressures, while nurturing practices that align with individual values and aspirations. By doing so, individuals can foster a sense of fulfillment and purpose that transcends mere adherence to external norms. In navigating this journey, it's crucial to acknowledge the nuanced role society plays in shaping identity. While societal expectations often overshadow personal desires, they also provide context and support necessary for growth. Balancing these influences demands discernment and resilience, but ultimately leads to a richer, more meaningful existence that honors both individuality and community. As we continue to explore the complexities of breaking free from the pathology of commonality, it's important to remember that there is no single path to fulfillment. Each person's journey is unique, influenced by their background, experiences, and aspirations. Embracing this diversity enriches society as a whole, creating space for innovation, creativity, and genuine connections based on shared humanity rather than superficial conformity. By challenging ourselves to question deeply held beliefs about success and happiness, we can begin to dismantle the structures that hold us back from living our most authentic lives. This process is both liberating and transformative, offering a path towards a more fulfilling existence grounded in self-discovery and personal growth. The quest for authenticity and self-discovery is not new. It has roots that stretch back through history, manifesting differently across cultures and eras. In ancient Greek philosophy, the concept of eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or well-being, emphasized living in accordance with one's true nature and virtues. This ideal contrasts sharply with modern Western notions of success, often tied to material achievement and social status. During the Renaissance, figures like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo exemplified a holistic approach to personal development that transcended traditional societal roles. Their exploration of art, science, and philosophy reflected an inner quest for mastery and self-understanding that challenged prevailing norms. The Romantic period in literature and arts further highlighted the importance of individual experience and emotional expression over rationality and convention. Writers such as William Wordsworth and Ralph Waldo Emerson celebrated nature and solitude as pathways to personal revelation and spiritual enlightenment, countering the industrial age's focus on mechanization and conformity. In more recent times, existential thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus emphasized individual freedom and responsibility in a seemingly indifferent universe. Their works urged people to create their own meaning and value through authentic choices and personal convictions, rather than relying solely on societal constructs or divine precepts. Contemporary society presents unique challenges and opportunities for forging an authentic path. The rise of social media platforms has both amplified the pressure to conform to idealized norms and provided tools for self-expression and community building around shared interests and values. This dual nature of technology underscores the ongoing tension between external validation and personal fulfillment. Navigating this landscape requires cultivating resilience in the face of cultural expectations that often discourage deviation from established paths. Practicing mindfulness, engaging in reflective practices like journaling or meditation, and seeking out supportive communities can help individuals stay grounded in their authentic selves amidst societal pressures. Moreover, embracing failure as an integral part of growth, rather than a sign of inadequacy, fosters psychological flexibility and openness to new possibilities. This shift in perspective not only enhances personal resilience, but also contributes to broader social innovation by encouraging experimentation and risk-taking without fear of judgment or loss of status. Another critical aspect of breaking free from the pathology of commonality involves challenging systemic barriers that limit individual agency and autonomy. These may include economic constraints, political oppression, or cultural stigmas that prevent people from pursuing their passions and true calling. Addressing these issues through activism, advocacy, and policy reform can create a more supportive environment for authentic living. Furthermore, recognizing the interconnectedness of human experiences challenges the notion that self-discovery is an isolated endeavor. Understanding the diverse contexts in which others navigate similar struggles fosters empathy and solidarity, reinforcing the idea that personal fulfillment is intrinsically linked to collective well-being. In exploring this path towards authenticity, it's vital to approach the process with curiosity and humility. Every experience offers lessons about oneself and one's place in the world, even those deemed failures or setbacks by conventional standards. This attitude of continuous learning and adaptation is key to evolving a life that resonates deeply with personal values and aspirations. Ultimately, the journey from societal conformity to authentic living is an ongoing process marked by both triumphs and challenges. By embracing this journey wholeheartedly, individuals not only enrich their own lives, but also contribute positively to the world around them, creating ripples of change that inspire others to do the same. For centuries, humanity has grappled with the nature of suffering. Philosophers, theologians, and psychologists have each attempted to uncover its deeper meaning. In contemporary psychoanalysis, Carl Jung proposed that suffering is not merely a symptom of maladjustment or illness, but rather a language, a symbolic communication from the unconscious mind seeking transformation. This perspective shifts our understanding of anxiety, insomnia, and despair from burdensome disorders to essential pathways toward personal growth. Jung's theory posits that psychological distress serves as a catalyst for change, a signal that something deeper within us is yearning to be heard or addressed. When we experience debilitating symptoms like panic attacks, chronic fatigue, or existential dread, these are not signs of pathology, but rather messages from our soul urging transformation and evolution. Consider the metaphor of a tree suffering from rot in its roots. Without addressing this issue, it will eventually topple under its own weight. Similarly, when we suppress our inner turmoil, we risk crumbling beneath the pressure of unresolved emotional or psychological conflicts. By embracing these challenges as opportunities for growth, however, we open ourselves up to profound personal transformation. This reframing can be incredibly liberating. Instead of seeing anxiety and depression as conditions that need curing, they become part of a journey toward wholeness, a path leading us towards self-discovery and deeper connection with our true selves. This perspective does not dismiss the very real pain and struggle these experiences entail. Rather, it offers an alternative narrative, one where suffering is recontextualized as sacred language. Historically, many spiritual traditions have recognized this concept in various forms. For instance, Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment to impermanent states of being and desires for constant pleasure or happiness. It suggests that the path toward enlightenment involves embracing dukkha as an essential part of existence, allowing individuals to transcend it through mindfulness and insight. Similarly, Sufi mystics like Rumi emphasize that pain is often a call from God, inviting us into deeper spiritual communion and self-awareness. The message in these teachings is clear. Suffering can be transformative when approached with an open heart and mind, as opposed to being seen solely through the lens of pathology or malaise. In modern times, this concept has gained traction among psychotherapists who advocate for a more holistic approach to mental health treatment. This perspective encourages individuals not only to address symptoms, but also to explore the underlying emotional dynamics driving their distress. By delving into these deeper layers, one can uncover hidden aspects of themselves, often repressed or neglected due to societal pressures, and bring them into conscious awareness. For instance, a person struggling with chronic insomnia might find that addressing unresolved grief from a past loss leads to significant improvement in sleep quality and overall well-being. By integrating the experience rather than merely treating it as a medical condition, they begin to see their suffering not as an obstacle but as part of a broader process of healing. Furthermore, this perspective offers hope amidst despair by shifting focus away from trying to eliminate symptoms, a near impossible task, and instead embracing them as invitations for self-reflection and growth. When we accept our struggles as valuable guides on the path toward authenticity, we move beyond mere survival into flourishing life experiences, characterized by profound meaning and fulfillment. It's important to note that this does not minimize the real distress these conditions can cause. Rather, it provides a framework through which individuals can begin to understand their suffering as an integral part of their journey toward wholeness and integration. It invites us to listen deeply to our symptoms, whether they manifest physically or emotionally, and respond with curiosity rather than judgment. Ultimately, this approach encourages radical self-compassion, a willingness to befriend one's own struggles rather than fight against them. When we view suffering as sacred language, we open ourselves up to the possibility of profound transformation and awakening. It becomes less about fixing what is broken, and more about recognizing the inherent wisdom and resilience within each of us. In conclusion, when we reframe psychological distress as a path toward personal growth, it transforms from an obstacle into an ally on our journey toward deeper self-understanding and fulfillment. This perspective not only offers hope in challenging times, but also invites us to embrace every aspect of our existence with courage and openness, ultimately leading to a richer, more meaningful life experience. Throughout history, various cultures and traditions have offered unique perspectives on suffering, often emphasizing its role as a catalyst for spiritual development and personal growth. In ancient Greek philosophy, the concept of akosmata referred to whispered teachings or secret doctrines, which were believed to be revealed through experiences of hardship and adversity. Similarly, Eastern philosophies like Buddhism and Taoism have long encouraged practitioners to view suffering not as an enemy, but as a teacher that leads one towards enlightenment and balance. In the context of modern psychology, pioneering figures such as Viktor Frankl, founder of logotherapy, emphasized finding meaning in suffering during his own experiences in Nazi concentration camps. His work laid foundational principles for understanding psychological distress through the lens of existentialism and personal responsibility. According to Frankl, the capacity to find meaning and purpose within one's struggles is crucial for mental health and resilience. Contemporary psychotherapeutic approaches, such as acceptance and commitment therapy, also build upon this notion by encouraging individuals to accept their thoughts and feelings without judgment, while committing themselves to actions aligned with personal values. This framework supports the idea that suffering can be a powerful force driving individuals toward greater self-awareness and alignment with their deepest aspirations. The concept of suffering as sacred language extends beyond individual psychological well-being, impacting social and cultural dynamics as well. Communities that foster environments where members feel safe to express their pain openly tend to cultivate stronger bonds and more profound collective healing processes. This phenomenon can be observed in support groups, religious congregations, and therapeutic settings where shared vulnerability fosters mutual understanding and growth. Moreover, recognizing suffering's role as a sacred language challenges societal norms that often stigmatize mental health issues. or discourage open discussions about emotional distress. By reframing these experiences through the lens of personal development, individuals are more likely to seek help when needed and engage in proactive self-care practices rather than succumbing to isolation or denial. An important aspect of embracing suffering as sacred language involves cultivating mindfulness and introspection skills that enable individuals to navigate their challenges with greater awareness. Practices such as meditation, journaling, and contemplative dialogue can serve as valuable tools for deepening one's understanding of personal struggles and uncovering hidden messages within them. These techniques promote emotional intelligence, enhance empathy towards oneself and others, and foster resilience in the face of adversity. Additionally, integrating interdisciplinary approaches that combine insights from psychology, spirituality, and philosophy offers a comprehensive perspective on suffering as a transformative experience. By drawing upon diverse theoretical frameworks and practical methods, individuals can develop multifaceted strategies for addressing their pain while cultivating meaningful connections with others and deeper understanding of themselves. In conclusion, viewing psychological distress through the lens of sacred language underscores its potential to serve as a powerful catalyst for personal growth, communal healing, and broader societal transformation. By embracing this perspective, we open ourselves up to the possibility of profound self-discovery and connection, ultimately enriching our lives with greater depth, meaning, and fulfillment. Throughout history, various cultures and religious traditions have recognized suffering as a profound teacher and transformative force. In ancient Greek philosophy, for instance, Stoicism emphasized the importance of accepting one's fate and learning from adverse circumstances. The Stoics believed that by embracing hardship with wisdom and resilience, individuals could achieve inner peace and moral excellence. This perspective aligns closely with contemporary notions of viewing suffering as a sacred language, offering insights into personal development through adversity. In Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism, the concept of dukkha, often translated as suffering or unsatisfactoriness, is central to understanding human existence and the path towards enlightenment. The Buddha taught that suffering arises from craving and attachment, and can only be alleviated through spiritual practice and insight. By contemplating and engaging with one's experiences of pain, Buddhists are encouraged to develop a deeper awareness of the impermanent nature of reality and the interconnectedness of all beings. This process not only aids in overcoming personal distress, but also fosters compassion and wisdom for others. Similarly, Christian theology has long considered suffering as an integral part of the human experience and a means through which individuals can grow closer to God. The concept of vicarious atonement suggests that Christ's suffering on behalf of humanity provides a model for redemptive sacrifice and spiritual transformation. In this context, believers are invited to reflect upon their own struggles within a larger framework of divine purpose and forgiveness, recognizing their pain as a pathway towards greater faith and moral integrity. The integration of these diverse historical perspectives highlights the universal recognition of suffering's transformative potential across different cultural and philosophical traditions. By examining how various societies have approached and interpreted hardship throughout history, modern practitioners can gain valuable insights into effective strategies for navigating contemporary challenges with mindfulness and resilience. In recent decades, psychological research has increasingly underscored the importance of cultivating positive reframes and adaptive coping mechanisms in response to adversity. Studies on post-traumatic growth demonstrate that individuals often experience significant personal development following traumatic events or prolonged periods of stress when they are able to reframe their experiences constructively. PTG involves recognizing new possibilities, appreciating life more fully, experiencing a heightened sense of personal strength, enhancing relationships with others, and finding greater spiritual significance in one's life after suffering. Moreover, The practice of mindfulness meditation has been shown to offer substantial benefits for mental health by fostering acceptance, reducing rumination, and increasing emotional regulation skills. Regular engagement in mindfulness practices can help individuals develop a more balanced perspective on their challenges, facilitating a deeper understanding of themselves and their place within the world. This approach aligns closely with traditional philosophical and spiritual teachings that emphasize the value of contemplative introspection as a means of addressing psychological distress. Contemporary applications of these principles include therapeutic interventions, such as acceptance and commitment therapy, which encourages clients to accept painful thoughts and feelings while committing to values-based actions. ACT focuses on developing cognitive flexibility, experiential avoidance reduction, and mindfulness skills to help individuals navigate difficult emotions without becoming entangled in negative thought patterns or behaviors. This approach provides a practical framework for applying the concept of suffering as sacred language within clinical settings. In addition to individual practices, collective efforts aimed at transforming societal attitudes towards psychological distress can also play a crucial role in fostering resilience and well-being on a broader scale. Community-based initiatives that promote open dialogue about mental health issues, provide support networks for those experiencing hardship, and advocate for equitable access to healthcare services can contribute significantly to reducing stigma and enhancing overall public welfare. For example, the Mental Health First Aid Program offers training sessions designed to educate community members on how to recognize signs of psychological distress and respond effectively. Participants learn about various mental health conditions, crisis intervention strategies, and resources available for individuals seeking assistance. By equipping laypeople with basic knowledge and skills in this area, MHFA aims to create a more supportive environment where people feel comfortable discussing their struggles openly. Furthermore, the rise of social media platforms has presented both challenges and opportunities for addressing mental health stigma. On one hand, online forums and support groups offer unprecedented access to information and connection for individuals seeking guidance during difficult times. However, excessive exposure to negative content or cyberbullying can exacerbate feelings of isolation and hopelessness among vulnerable populations. Therefore, it is essential to balance the benefits of digital connectivity with responsible use practices that prioritize user well-being. As society continues to grapple with complex issues related to mental health and psychological resilience, embracing suffering as a sacred language offers a potent framework for personal growth and communal healing. By drawing upon historical wisdom, contemporary research findings, and innovative approaches to support provision, individuals can cultivate greater awareness of their struggles and unlock the transformative potential inherent within them. Ultimately, viewing psychological distress through this lens invites us to approach our challenges with curiosity rather than fear, fostering a mindset that values introspection and self-compassion as essential components of well-being. By nurturing such qualities on both individual and societal levels, we pave the way for more meaningful connections between people and a deeper understanding of ourselves within the larger tapestry of human experience. The concept of synchronicity, first introduced by psychiatrist Carl Jung, offers a profound and often unsettling perspective on the seemingly random occurrences that punctuate our lives. It is not merely a coincidence or a mere chance encounter. It is an act of communication from the unconscious depths of our psyche to the surface world of everyday experience. Jung's idea was that certain events are meaningful because they occur at a time and place when their psychological significance coincides with internal mental states, feelings, or thoughts. This phenomenon challenges the linear understanding of cause and effect and invites us to consider an intricate web of connections between mind and matter, self and world. Synchronicity is not confined to the rare moments of profound epiphany or life-altering decisions. It manifests in the mundane details of daily existence as well. For instance, Encountering a specific book at just the right moment when you are wrestling with an existential crisis, stumbling upon an image that perfectly encapsulates your current emotional state, or hearing a phrase repeated across different media channels, all within a short period. These occurrences serve a dual purpose. They offer a tangible reminder of our connection to something greater than ourselves, and provide clues about the deeper layers of reality we might otherwise overlook. The experience of finding this video is no exception. It was not merely a random discovery. It was an invitation from your own unconscious mind, signaling that you are ready for transformation. Consider how often such moments occur in literature and personal narratives. Characters on the brink of change invariably face challenges that push them to their limits, revealing hidden strengths or catalyzing pivotal shifts. These encounters often feel serendipitous, but can be understood as part of a larger narrative arc, within which the protagonist is being guided towards self-discovery. From a psychological standpoint, synchronicity operates as a reminder that our minds are not isolated entities, but are in constant dialogue with the world around us. When we experience these moments of resonance, they serve as powerful affirmations of our innermost desires and fears, urging us to confront unresolved issues or to pursue new paths. The significance of such experiences lies in their ability to bridge the gap between conscious awareness and unconscious knowledge. They act as messengers from our deeper selves, nudging us toward greater self-awareness and personal growth. By embracing these moments, we open ourselves up to a richer understanding of who we are beyond surface-level identities. One of the most compelling aspects of synchronicity is its capacity to inspire trust in a universe that appears chaotic, yet underlies an order only visible through the lens of subjective experience. This notion challenges the reductionist view of reality as purely physical or mechanical, suggesting instead a realm where meaning and purpose can emerge from patterns not readily apparent. In many cultures and spiritual traditions, the concept of fate plays a central role in interpreting such events. The idea that our lives are shaped by unseen forces aligns closely with Jungian synchronicity, offering a framework for understanding how individual experiences fit into a broader cosmic context. This perspective can be profoundly comforting to those who feel adrift or disconnected from their life's purpose. However, the concept of synchronicity also carries potential dangers if misunderstood. It can lead to an over-reliance on mystical explanations at the expense of practical action and critical thinking. To fully benefit from these experiences, it is crucial to strike a balance between openness to the symbolic language of reality and active engagement with one's own growth. In practical terms, recognizing synchronicity involves cultivating mindfulness and reflective practices that enhance our sensitivity to meaningful coincidences. By paying closer attention to patterns in our lives and questioning their deeper significance, we can begin to decode the messages embedded within everyday occurrences. Moreover, the experience of finding this video, feeling as though it were custom-made for your personal journey, is a vivid illustration of how synchronicity operates on multiple levels simultaneously. It is both an external event and an internal realization. This dual nature underscores the interconnectedness between inner transformation and outward actions, highlighting that true change often begins with small yet profound recognitions of our own power to shape reality. By acknowledging these moments as invitations rather than mere happenstance, we step into a more conscious relationship with ourselves and the world around us. Ultimately, synchronicity serves as a powerful metaphor for the dynamic interplay between self and universe. It challenges us to see beyond surface-level occurrences and to embrace the deeper currents of meaning that underlie our experiences. As you continue your journey through this video, remember that every encounter, no matter how seemingly insignificant, carries within it the potential for profound insight and transformation. In this way, synchronicity becomes not just a concept but a living practice, a reminder that we are never truly alone in our quest for understanding and growth. It is an invitation to trust the intricate dance between mind and world, knowing that each step forward is guided by a wisdom far greater than ourselves. Throughout history, people have marveled at instances of synchronicity that seem to defy explanation by conventional means. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, was one of the first to explore this concept formally, coining the term synchronicity in the 1950s. He described it as the simultaneous occurrence of two or more causally unrelated events, which carry the same meaning. For Jung, synchronistic experiences were not mere coincidences, but rather meaningful connections that pointed towards a deeper unity within existence. This perspective challenged the prevailing scientific worldview and opened up new avenues for understanding the nature of reality. Jung's interest in synchronicity stemmed from his observations during psychotherapy sessions, where patients would often report significant external events coinciding with internal psychological processes. He saw these occurrences as evidence of a causal connecting principle, an underlying harmony that bridges the gap between subjective experience and objective reality. By embracing this idea, Jung encouraged individuals to view their lives through a lens of interconnectedness rather than isolation. Synchronistic experiences can manifest in various forms, ranging from serendipitous encounters with old friends just when needed, or receiving unexpected support during challenging times. Such events often carry a sense of immediacy and relevance that resonates deeply with the person involved. They are more than coincidences. They feel like messages from the universe tailored specifically to one's current state. One lesser-known aspect of synchronicity is its potential role in facilitating spiritual growth. Many individuals have reported experiencing profound shifts in consciousness following a series of synchronized events that seem to align perfectly with their inner journey. These experiences can serve as catalysts for transformation, prompting deeper self-reflection and the embracing of new perspectives. Furthermore, there are cultural contexts where synchronicity is deeply ingrained within traditional belief systems. For instance, Native American cultures often emphasize a holistic view of reality, recognizing interconnections between all living beings and the natural world. In these traditions, unusual coincidences are seen as signs or omens, guiding individuals towards greater wisdom and understanding. The implications of synchronicity extend beyond personal growth to areas such as decision-making and creativity. When faced with important choices, individuals who pay attention to synchronistic occurrences may find themselves guided by subtle yet powerful intuitions that lead them toward the most harmonious path. Similarly, creative processes can be enriched when artists or inventors remain open to seemingly random inspirations that align with their inner visions. However, it is crucial to approach synchronicity with discernment and balance. While recognizing its potential significance, one must also avoid becoming overly reliant on these experiences as a substitute for critical thinking or practical action. Synchronicity should be viewed as an enhancement rather than a replacement of conventional wisdom and effort. In recent years, scientific research has started to explore the phenomenon of synchronicity from various angles. Neuroscientists have begun investigating how our brains process unexpected coincidences, seeking physiological explanations for why such events feel so meaningful. Meanwhile, quantum physicists are delving into theories that suggest a non-local connectedness underlying reality, which might provide insights into the mechanisms behind synchronistic phenomena. As you navigate through this video and beyond, consider adopting an attitude of curiosity and openness towards the mysterious yet enchanting world of synchronicity. Embrace each coincidental encounter as a potential key to unlocking deeper levels of understanding about yourself and your place in the cosmos. By doing so, you embark on a journey not only of discovery, but also of profound personal evolution. Since ancient times, cultures across the globe have revered and pondered over events that seem to defy the laws of probability. For instance, The ancient Greeks believed in the concept of kairos, which refers to a moment of supreme opportunity or perfect timing, often brought about by seemingly random occurrences. Similarly, Native American traditions speak of dream catchers and visions as pathways for connecting with spiritual guidance through coincidences and signs from nature. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, coined the term synchronicity in the 1920s to describe meaningful coincidences that lack any causal relationship. He proposed that synchronicities could serve as bridges between the personal unconscious and a collective unconscious, shared by all humanity, allowing individuals to perceive patterns and connections beyond their immediate sensory experiences. Beyond Jung's theoretical framework, several notable figures throughout history have attributed significant breakthroughs or life-changing realizations to moments of synchronicity. For example, Nobel Prize-winning physicist Paul Dirac once claimed that an inspirational dream led him directly to the discovery of antimatter. Similarly, artist Salvador Dali frequently credited his surrealistic artwork to vivid dreams and coincidences that sparked his imagination. While these examples highlight the potential for synchronicities to catalyze innovative thinking and personal transformation, they also underscore the importance of being receptive and open-minded in recognizing such moments. This receptivity involves cultivating an awareness of one's surroundings and a willingness to connect seemingly disparate elements, a practice often referred to as pattern recognition. In contemporary society, this principle extends beyond traditional spiritual or artistic realms into areas like business innovation and scientific research. Entrepreneurs who embrace synchronicity might notice patterns in consumer behavior that lead them to develop groundbreaking products or services. Researchers working on complex problems may find solutions through unexpected insights gained from unrelated fields. Furthermore, the study of synchronicity has implications for understanding human consciousness and its relationship with the external world. Some theorists propose that our perception of reality is not static, but dynamic and participatory, meaning we are continually co-creating our experiences through an interplay between inner intention and outer circumstance. This perspective challenges traditional materialist views by suggesting a fundamental interconnectedness at play in both conscious experience and physical phenomena. As scientists continue to explore the underlying mechanisms of synchronicity, emerging fields such as quantum biology offer intriguing possibilities for how non-local interactions might influence biological systems and consciousness itself. Researchers like Mei-Wan Ho suggest that living organisms may operate on principles similar to those found in quantum physics, namely entanglement and coherence, which could account for phenomena like telepathic connections or spontaneous healing. In addition to these theoretical considerations, there are practical applications of synchronicity that can be harnessed by individuals seeking personal growth. One such application involves using journaling as a tool to track coincidences and explore their potential meanings. By documenting seemingly random events alongside your thoughts and feelings at the time, patterns may begin to emerge, offering valuable insights into subconscious motivations or emerging themes in your life. Another approach involves practicing mindfulness meditation or other contemplative practices that cultivate present-moment awareness. These techniques help individuals stay attuned to their surroundings without judgment, increasing sensitivity to subtle cues and enhancing intuitive abilities. Over time, this heightened state of consciousness can lead to a more fluid integration of synchronicities into daily life. Moreover, social media platforms have provided new avenues for exploring the collective nature of synchronicity on a larger scale. Hashtags like synchronicity or meaningful coincidence serve as virtual gathering places where people share their experiences and insights with others around the world. This interconnectedness fosters a sense of community among those who recognize the significance of these events, further validating personal perceptions and encouraging shared exploration. However, it is important to maintain a critical eye when interpreting synchronistic phenomena. Not all coincidences carry deep meaning. Some may simply be random occurrences or confirmation biases at work. To avoid falling into the trap of seeing patterns where none exist, one should approach each experience with skepticism balanced by openness. Validating insights through multiple sources and considering alternative explanations can help ensure that meaningful connections are accurately identified. Ultimately, embracing synchronicity requires a willingness to step outside conventional frameworks of causality and embrace the possibility of non-linear interconnections within reality. As you journey deeper into this fascinating realm, remember that every coincidental encounter holds potential for growth and discovery, whether through immediate revelations or gradual unfolding over time. The Savior myth is an enduring narrative that whispers promises of salvation from our inner turmoil. It tells us that somewhere out there, a partner, a guru, or the perfect career change will lift us out of our suffering and place us on a path to unbridled joy and fulfillment. This myth seduces us with its promise of external rescue, offering an escape route from personal responsibility and the hard work of self-discovery. The concept is rooted deep in human history, tracing back to religious traditions, where divine intervention was seen as the ultimate salvation. In more modern times, this has morphed into a secular version, often found in self-help literature or romantic narratives, where someone else's love, wisdom, or resources are the keys to unlocking our happiness and fulfillment. The allure of the Savior myth is undeniable. It provides a clear-cut solution to complex problems. It allows us to outsource our personal growth and emotional labor to another entity, making the journey seem less daunting. Yet, while this narrative offers a temporary respite from the discomfort of self-examination, it ultimately sets us back in our quest for genuine transformation. Let's delve into why relying on external saviors is not only futile, but detrimental to our personal growth and autonomy. The first critical point is that no one else can truly understand or fulfill your unique needs and desires as you can. Every individual has a unique life path, a specific set of challenges and opportunities that are theirs alone to navigate. Outsourcing the responsibility for your happiness and fulfillment to another person or entity means relinquishing control over these essential aspects of your existence. Consider the psychological impact of placing such immense weight on external forces. It creates a dependency that undermines self-esteem and personal agency. You might find yourself constantly looking outward, waiting for someone else to validate your worthiness or solve your problems, rather than turning inward to discover and nurture your own strengths and capabilities. This not only hampers personal growth, but also diminishes the authentic expression of who you are. Furthermore, relying on external saviors can lead to a dangerous cycle of disappointment and frustration. When we place unrealistic expectations on others or external circumstances to solve our internal issues, we set ourselves up for inevitable letdowns. The person or situation that seemed like the answer at one point might not remain so indefinitely, leading to feelings of betrayal and loss. This reinforces the idea that happiness is elusive and contingent upon external factors rather than internal resilience. Historically, many spiritual traditions have warned against this very trap. Buddhism, for example, emphasizes the importance of self-reliance and personal responsibility in achieving enlightenment. The notion of finding an enlightened teacher or guru to guide you on your path can be misleading if it leads to a passive reliance, rather than active engagement with one's own journey. Similarly, in existential philosophy, figures like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus emphasized the importance of individual freedom and responsibility over seeking salvation through external means. In contemporary life, this myth manifests differently but equally destructively. For instance, career decisions often revolve around finding that perfect job or mentor who will provide purpose and meaning. While guidance from mentors can be invaluable, placing too much hope in a specific person or role to define your entire professional trajectory is misguided. True fulfillment comes from aligning with one's own values, passions, and strengths, rather than chasing an external ideal. In romantic relationships, the savior myth takes on particularly poignant forms, as individuals often seek partners who they believe will complete them or fix their problems. This can lead to toxic dynamics where one partner relies excessively on the other for validation, identity, and emotional regulation. Such dependency undermines both individual growth and mutual respect in a relationship. Moreover, this reliance on external saviors is not only psychologically damaging, but also reinforces societal norms that diminish personal autonomy. In many cultures, there is significant pressure to conform to expectations of what happiness should look like, often defined by traditional markers such as marriage, career success, or financial stability. These external metrics can become the sole benchmarks for fulfillment, overshadowing more authentic and individualized paths. It's crucial to recognize that while external support systems are essential, they should enhance rather than replace personal responsibility and self-awareness. True transformation comes from within, through a deep understanding of oneself, one's desires, fears, and potential. Seeking guidance or assistance is valuable, but must be balanced with the commitment to explore and integrate these insights into your own life. Ultimately, acknowledging the limitations of external saviors requires us to confront the uncomfortable reality that our growth is contingent upon our willingness to face our challenges head-on. This can feel daunting, as it means taking ownership of our lives in a way that may be unfamiliar or unwelcome. However, this radical acceptance of personal responsibility is what sets the stage for profound and lasting change. In conclusion, dismantling the savior myth is not about dismissing all forms of help or support, but recognizing their proper place in the journey towards self-actualization. It's about understanding that true fulfillment and liberation come from within, through a conscious engagement with one's own struggles and aspirations. Embracing this truth may seem daunting, but it sets us on a path towards genuine personal power and freedom. As we move forward, let this recognition of the savior myth's limitations serve as a catalyst for deeper introspection and empowerment. Remember that your inner strength, resilience, and unique journey are the most potent sources of transformation available to you. The concept of relying on external saviors is not new and has roots deeply embedded in various cultural, religious, and societal narratives throughout history. From ancient myths where heroes save kingdoms to contemporary figures who promise solutions to complex societal problems, the idea that someone else can rescue us from our troubles is a persistent theme. This narrative often provides comfort during challenging times, but also perpetuates dependency and hinders personal development. Historically, religious doctrines have been instrumental in shaping beliefs around divine intervention or human messiahs, capable of saving humanity from its sins or suffering. In many spiritual traditions, the figure of a savior is central to faith systems, offering hope for redemption through external means rather than fostering internal transformation. This reliance on supernatural forces or charismatic leaders can be seen across different cultures and religions, influencing how individuals perceive their own capabilities in effecting change. In modern times, this concept has been adapted into various secular contexts. For instance, in political spheres, it is common to see the rise of messianic figures promising quick fixes to complex social issues without requiring systemic changes or personal accountability from citizens. Similarly, in therapeutic settings, there can be an inclination toward seeking a magic pill solution rather than engaging deeply with one's psychological challenges through hard work and introspection. The allure of the savior myth is understandable. It simplifies complex problems by offering clear-cut solutions that do not require confronting one's fears or inadequacies. However, this dependency can be detrimental in the long run, as it prevents individuals from developing resilience and problem-solving skills essential for navigating life's complexities independently. A critical aspect of moving beyond the savior myth involves understanding how societal structures often reinforce these beliefs. Media portrayals frequently depict heroes saving the day without addressing underlying systemic issues. thereby perpetuating a narrative that emphasizes individual rescue over collective responsibility. Education systems can also inadvertently contribute to this mindset by focusing on providing answers rather than fostering critical thinking and self-discovery. To dismantle the savior myth effectively, it is crucial to adopt an interdisciplinary approach that integrates psychological insights with sociological perspectives. By examining how cultural norms influence personal beliefs about agency and change, individuals can gain a more nuanced understanding of their role in shaping their lives. This process involves questioning deeply ingrained narratives and embracing discomfort as a catalyst for growth. One lesser-known detail is the concept of savior complex, where individuals may unconsciously adopt the role of rescuer within interpersonal relationships or communities. While well-intentioned, this behavior can inadvertently enable dependency and hinder the development of autonomy in others. Recognizing when one is acting out of the savior complex requires self-awareness and willingness to step back and allow others to take charge of their own lives. Moreover, the implications of maintaining the savior myth are far-reaching, affecting not only individual growth, but also societal progress. When people rely excessively on external solutions without taking ownership of their problems, there is little incentive for systemic reforms or innovative problem-solving approaches. This stagnation can perpetuate cycles of poverty, inequality, and injustice. In contrast, embracing personal responsibility fosters empowerment by encouraging individuals to actively engage with their challenges rather than seeking quick fixes from outside sources. By recognizing the inherent value in confronting one's fears and limitations head-on, people can develop resilience, creativity, and a sense of agency that are crucial for navigating an increasingly complex world. Thus, while acknowledging the comfort provided by external saviors is natural, it becomes essential to move beyond this reliance toward a deeper engagement with oneself. This shift requires courage, self-reflection, and a willingness to face the unknown. By doing so, individuals can unlock their true potential and contribute positively to societal transformation in meaningful ways. The concept of the savior myth is deeply rooted in various cultural narratives and historical contexts, reflecting societal aspirations for rapid resolution to complex issues. In religious traditions, for instance, the archetype of a divine redeemer who solves all problems with a single act embodies this notion. However, such imagery can sometimes overshadow the importance of collective effort and gradual progress toward meaningful change. Historical examples abound where well-intentioned interventions have led to unintended consequences due to an overemphasis on quick fixes rather than sustainable solutions. Consider humanitarian aid during natural disasters or long-term conflicts. While immediate relief efforts are crucial for saving lives, they often prioritize short-term survival needs without addressing underlying systemic issues that contribute to vulnerability. This can result in dependency and undermine local capacity for resilience-building initiatives. A more holistic approach would involve investing in education, healthcare infrastructure, economic development, and governance reforms, efforts that require sustained commitment rather than sporadic bursts of assistance. In contemporary discourse, the savior myth manifests in various forms, such as celebrity endorsements or social media campaigns that draw attention to issues, but sometimes fail to drive meaningful systemic change. The allure of instant fame through viral activism can overshadow the hard work required for genuine impact. This dynamic often results in superficial engagement with complex problems and a proliferation of feel-good narratives at the expense of substantive solutions. Moving beyond the savior myth necessitates a shift towards grassroots initiatives that empower communities to address their own challenges. Empowerment involves recognizing and leveraging local knowledge, resources, and skills to build resilient systems capable of adapting to changing circumstances. This approach requires patience, humility, and an understanding that lasting change is rarely achieved through singular heroic actions, but rather through sustained collaboration and community-driven processes. One notable example of this shift is the rise of participatory budgeting in cities around the world. In this process, citizens are directly involved in deciding how public funds should be allocated for community projects. This form of democratic engagement fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility among residents, while promoting transparency and accountability within local governance structures. By enabling individuals to influence decisions that affect their daily lives, participatory budgeting exemplifies the potential of grassroots empowerment over top-down solutions. Moreover, educational institutions play a crucial role in cultivating critical thinking skills and fostering an awareness of the limitations inherent in savior narratives. Curricula that emphasize real-world problem-solving, ethical reasoning, and cultural sensitivity help students develop nuanced perspectives on global challenges. Through experiential learning opportunities such as service learning programs or internships with nonprofit organizations, young people can gain practical insights into the complexities of social issues and learn how to contribute effectively within their communities. The digital age has also provided new avenues for challenging the savior myth through online platforms that facilitate collaboration and knowledge sharing. Crowdsourcing initiatives, open-source software projects, and citizen science efforts demonstrate the power of collective intelligence in tackling complex problems. These endeavors not only leverage diverse perspectives, but also democratize access to information and resources, thereby empowering individuals who might otherwise be marginalized from traditional channels of influence. However, transitioning away from savior dynamics is fraught with challenges, particularly when addressing entrenched power imbalances and systemic barriers that hinder equitable participation. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach involving policy reforms, capacity building for marginalized groups, and continuous dialogue between stakeholders to ensure inclusive decision-making processes. In conclusion, while the appeal of external saviors remains strong in many contexts due to its promise of rapid resolution, it is essential to recognize the long-term benefits of fostering internal resilience and empowerment. By embracing personal responsibility and engaging deeply with one's own potential for transformative action, individuals can contribute meaningfully towards creating a more just and sustainable world. You stand at the threshold, the precipice where everything you know fades into the unknown. This moment is not one of endings, it is one of beginnings, and yet, fear clutches your heart like an old friend, unwilling to let go. You are trembling because you are alive, because you have chosen a path that others might call madness, but which feels like home to you. The leap into the unknown is not just about change, it is about transformation. It's easy to dream of waking up one day and finding everything fixed, as if by magic. A new job with no problems, a partner who understands every part of you, a community that celebrates your unique spirit without reservation. But these dreams often come attached to conditions. If only this were different, then I would be happy. If only that were better, then my life would have meaning. And so you wait for the savior to arrive on a white horse or send a message through the clouds telling you what to do next. You hope someone will wave a wand and make all your fears disappear. But as long as this external hope remains, it will never be possible to leap forward with true conviction. Because waiting is a form of resistance against yourself. The fear at the edge of change speaks volumes about how far you've come. It whispers the truth that you are ready to break free from the chains of conformity and embrace your own voice. The trembling in your fingers, the knot in your throat, they are not signs of weakness, but markers of courage. They show that you have reached a place where old certainties no longer apply and new possibilities call out to you. Throughout history, those who have made great leaps forward, whether scientific discoveries or social revolutions, have faced this moment of terror and doubt. Marie Curie, when she first discovered radioactivity, could not know how it would change the world, only that something extraordinary was unfolding before her eyes. Martin Luther King Jr., in his most famous speech, spoke not just about dreams, but also about the courage to face the struggle head-on. Each of these moments of transformation began with a leap from the known into the unknown. In this moment, you're not alone. The fear that grips your heart is shared by every soul who has ever dared to question their place in the world and seek something more authentic. It's a universal language, a code spoken between hearts that yearn for freedom over comfort. And it's here where true liberation begins. To leap means to let go of control, not out of recklessness, but because you trust yourself enough to know that growth happens beyond what is safe or comfortable. It requires a willingness to embrace uncertainty and the courage to act despite your doubts. This isn't about ignoring fear, it's about understanding its message. Fear tells you where the limits are, so you can push them back. When you take this leap, you become more than just an observer of your life, you become its creator. Every small step forward is a victory against the inertia of habit and comfort. It's easy to stay in place, surrounded by familiar walls that protect from challenge, but also imprison creativity and self-discovery. The true test isn't whether you can find security, it's whether you can live with your own truth. The fear at this moment is a sign not just of vulnerability, but also of potential. It's the whisper of your soul saying, "I am ready to be born again." This leap is the birth of a new self, a version of yourself that has shed old skins and emerged stronger, wiser, more authentic. In the end, there are no guarantees. No one can promise you ease or success, only the chance to discover what lies beyond your limits. And so as you stand at this threshold, remember, the fear is not a reason to turn back, but an invitation to dive deeper into yourself, to listen more closely to that quiet voice inside urging you forward. This leap is not just about leaving behind the past, it's about embracing the future with both feet planted firmly in your authentic self. It's a declaration of war against mediocrity and conformity, a pledge to live each day as an act of rebellion, choosing to create rather than merely exist. So when you feel that fear rising within you, know it is part of a greater story, one that connects you with every other soul who has ever dared to dream beyond the boundaries they were given. It's not just about finding your way, it's about becoming who you truly are. And in this moment, standing at the edge of what is known and what is yet to be discovered, you have already begun. The threshold is always there, between comfort and growth, between doubt and belief, between fear and courage, but only you can choose which side to stand on. The leap is your choice. It's a declaration that the future begins right here at this very moment. And when you take that step, no matter how small or uncertain it may seem, you begin the journey of a lifetime. As you leap into this unknown territory, you join a lineage of brave souls who have dared to challenge the status quo and push past their own limitations. From ancient philosophers like Socrates, who questioned everything in his pursuit of truth, to modern pioneers such as Marie Curie, who risked her health to uncover the secrets of radioactivity, each one has left an indelible mark on history through their willingness to take that leap of faith. This journey beyond your comfort zone is not just about personal transformation, it's also a profound act of courage that can inspire those around you. When you step into the unknown with grace and determination, you create ripples in the fabric of society, challenging others to question their own boundaries. It's this collective effort towards self-discovery and growth that fuels societal progress. Moreover, the leap you take is not confined solely to your professional or personal life. It extends into every aspect of who you are. For artists like Frida Kahlo, whose works were a testament to her resilience in the face of physical pain and emotional turmoil, or for writers such as James Baldwin, who fearlessly confronted racial injustice through his words, their leaps transcended individual achievements. They became part of a larger narrative of human rights and dignity. The threshold you stand at today is not just about crossing into new territories. It's also about understanding the intricate dynamics between past experiences and future possibilities. Every decision you make now builds upon your history, but points towards your destiny. It's this interplay that gives depth to your journey, making each step both meaningful and transformative. One of the lesser-known aspects of taking such leaps is the importance of storytelling in the process. By sharing your own experiences, both triumphs and failures, you not only inspire others, but also solidify your identity as someone who dares to dream big. The act of narrating your journey, whether through words or actions, becomes a powerful tool for introspection and growth. Furthermore, the leap you take isn't just about breaking free from constraints. It's about creating new frameworks within which you can thrive. This might mean redefining success on your own terms, perhaps valuing happiness over fame or creativity over conformity. In doing so, you pave a path for others to follow, showing them that there are indeed multiple ways to live a fulfilling life. Historically, many great transformations have come from individuals who not only challenged the norms but also reimagined what was possible. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., whose vision of racial equality reshaped America's social landscape, or Malala Yousafzai, who dared to stand up against Taliban oppression in favor of girls' education. Their stories are reminders that your leap can be as impactful and transformative as any historical event. However, it is crucial to recognize that this journey doesn't end once you cross the threshold. It's just beginning. The true test lies not in the initial step, but in sustaining momentum over time. This means embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, learning from setbacks without being deterred by them, and continuously seeking new ways to push your limits further. Another aspect worth considering is the psychological impact of such leaps on mental well-being. While stepping into the unknown can be daunting, it also holds immense potential for personal fulfillment and contentment. Research indicates that engaging in activities aligned with one's passions and values can lead to increased happiness and life satisfaction. This underscores the importance of choosing paths that resonate deeply with your authentic self, rather than conforming to external expectations. In conclusion, as you stand at this threshold ready to make your leap, remember that you are part of a larger tapestry of human evolution. Your journey is not just about individual growth, but also contributes to collective progress. By daring to dream beyond the conventional and stepping into uncharted territories with courage and conviction, you become a catalyst for change. This leap marks the beginning of an extraordinary adventure, one where every step forward leads closer to realizing your full potential. As you embark on this journey of self-discovery and transformation, it is essential to draw inspiration from historical figures who have made significant leaps that reshaped the course of human history. For instance, consider Marie Curie, the pioneering physicist and chemist, whose groundbreaking work in radioactivity earned her not one but 2 Nobel Prizes. Despite facing immense societal barriers as a woman in science during the early 20th century, Curie's determination to pursue scientific inquiry led to discoveries that have saved countless lives through advancements in medical imaging and radiation therapy. Her story exemplifies how stepping into uncharted territories can lead to profound contributions to society. Similarly, Nelson Mandela's journey from political activist to the first Black president of South Africa illustrates the transformative power of perseverance and resilience. After spending 27 years in prison for his opposition to apartheid, Mandela returned to public life with a vision of reconciliation and equality. His leadership played a pivotal role in dismantling institutionalized racism and fostering national unity. Mandela's leap from political prisoner to statesman underscores the capacity for individuals to transcend adversity and effect meaningful change. These historical examples highlight the dual nature of such leaps. They are both personal challenges and opportunities for broader societal impact. However, it is important to acknowledge that not every leap results in immediate or tangible success. The path towards realizing one's potential often involves periods of uncertainty and doubt. For instance, Thomas Edison, the prolific inventor responsible for numerous innovations including the practical light bulb, famously declared, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This statement encapsulates the necessity of resilience in the face of setbacks. The concept of the leap also intersects with psychological theories of self-determination and intrinsic motivation. According to these theories, individuals are more likely to achieve personal fulfillment when their actions align closely with their core values and interests. Research by psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan has shown that environments that support autonomy, competence, and relatedness tend to foster higher levels of engagement and satisfaction. This suggests that the leap you take should be informed by deep understanding of your own needs and aspirations, rather than external pressures. Moreover, embracing change and taking calculated risks is not just about individual success. It can also contribute to collective resilience in times of crisis. During the 2008 global financial crisis, many startups emerged as innovators in technology and finance, capitalizing on new market opportunities created by economic downturns. Companies like Airbnb and Uber disrupted traditional industries by leveraging digital platforms to create shared value for consumers and entrepreneurs alike. These examples demonstrate how periods of instability can be catalysts for creativity and entrepreneurship. However, making a leap is not without its challenges. The psychological transition from the known to the unknown can trigger anxiety and fear. According to psychologists such as Daniel Kahneman, these negative emotions often result from cognitive biases that exaggerate potential risks while undervaluing anticipated benefits. Overcoming this requires developing strategies for emotional regulation and mental fortitude. Techniques like mindfulness meditation and positive reframing have been shown to enhance resilience by helping individuals maintain a balanced perspective during turbulent times. In addition to personal growth, the leap can also foster broader social connections and networks that provide support and encouragement. For instance, online communities and social media platforms have facilitated global collaborations among entrepreneurs, artists, and activists. These virtual spaces offer a sense of belonging and resource exchange that can be crucial for those navigating unfamiliar territories. It is worth noting that the concept of the leap also applies to intergenerational contexts. As younger generations inherit societal challenges such as climate change and economic inequality, they are increasingly taking proactive steps towards sustainable solutions and social justice initiatives. This interplay between individual aspiration and collective responsibility underscores the interconnectedness of personal and communal development. Furthermore, cultural dimensions play a significant role in shaping perceptions of risk-taking and innovation. In some societies, there may be greater encouragement for bold ventures due to historical legacies of entrepreneurship or revolutionary change. For example, the Silicon Valley ecosystem in California thrives on a culture that celebrates failure as a stepping stone to success. Conversely, in other contexts, cultural norms might discourage deviation from traditional paths out of fear of social ostracism or economic instability. In navigating these complexities, it is crucial for individuals to develop a nuanced understanding of their personal values and goals while being attuned to the broader social fabric. By fostering an environment that supports innovation, encourages dialogue, and respects diverse perspectives, societies can better equip individuals to make impactful leaps towards a more inclusive and sustainable future. Ultimately, the journey beyond the threshold is one marked by continuous learning and adaptation. As you step forward into new horizons, remember that your unique contribution lies in embracing uncertainty with curiosity and courage. By doing so, you not only advance your personal growth, but also inspire others to embark on their own transformative journeys.